Hello and welcome to Freewill Tarot. This reading is going to be for the sign of Aquarius. Hello Aquarius, and thank you for joining me. You have two messages from Spirit. I really should say three, so I'm going to go ahead and read the two to you. And we're going to go right into the reading, okay? The first one you have is frustration or impatience may be interfering with progress. Trust in the learning process. So you're in a process of learning right now, Aquarius. And some of you could be a job because you have the Eight of Pentacles here, but we'll get to that. You also have stress or negativity may be lowering your energy. Seek out moments of genuine happiness. So they want you to kind of release some kind of control you're trying to have over a situation that could be frustrating you. And they want you to go with the flow, okay? And it says alignment brings ease when you surrender resistance. Things move effortlessly. Allow life to unfold without forcing outcomes. Okay, follow the path of least resistance. So they want you to kind of just not force the outcome, not force the situation, but go with the flow of a situation. All right. And we'll jump right into your tarot part of the reading, okay? Some of you is going to have something to do with relationships, but not all of you. A lot of you is going to be having to do with something that you're working on or your job, and you need you to bring balance into that. Or her corporation and working with someone or working well. But it's a need to balance out maybe your work life or something that you're working on and find stability and balance in that, okay, for a lot of you. And this is going to have to do with your job or a project or something you're doing. Let's go to the past. In the past, you have this twice, the Five of Swords here, guys, twice. The Five of Swords talks about winning at all costs, regardless of who you hurt or, you know, as long as you get to the finish line, as long as you achieve, as long as you get what it is that you want. And this person does win, but it's like a pure victory, right? Because even though they win, they end up kind of still losing, you know, in a way, right? So be careful with that energy. That is in your past position, but it did show up again twice. Again, it talks about competition. It says winning victory is achieved. When a victory is achieved at the expense of others, it diminishes all involved. So if some of you having this attitude like you're just going to be focused on yourself or just worried about yourself and you're going to be like cutting out other people or saying forget other people, that's really not a good path to go down, and that's what Spirit is trying to remind you, right? Because you are in a position where you can create something new for yourself, right? So be careful of how you go down that path, Aquarius. It says divine feminine energy brings abundance, creativity, fertility, and prosperity. So this is what's being presented and offered to you, but a lot of you have to be careful of how you go down that line because you have arrogance as well, Aquarius. It says, unrestrained emotions give way to destructive behaviors. Okay, pride blinds you to potential pitfalls. So be careful of being too prideful or feeling like you can talk to people or ask people for certain things or ask for help. Being too prideful of thinking you have to do everything by yourself or just pushing through certain things. It's a time and a place for everything, right? And right now, Spirit is calling on you to kind of release that and go with the flow and find more joy and going with a process of this situation than you pushing through it and feeling like you have something to prove, okay? Right now, at the center of the reading, you have the Three of Swords. Some of you could be dealing with a relationship that could have been hurtful, or you're thinking about past pains of a pain of a relationship, or having just some kind of pain here, because the Three of Swords talks about loss, pain, and grief. You could be thinking about, but you have the Two of Cups here. So again, if this could be a partnership or it could be a potential relationship or something that you feel that you could have lost or someone could have hurt you here, or it's an ending to something so you can go down a new direction. So some of you might have to end a relationship or close out a relationship. Or you're not dealing with your emotions, right? You're just trying to push through something, right? But Three of Wands is like, Three of Wands is sitting around waiting for your shifts to come in, knowing that you did everything you needed to do in order to have something come in, and they made a choice, they made a decision, now they're just waiting. And again, they go with the flow. You have the flow card. There's nothing else they have to push or pull or prove or anything like that, right? So again, for some of you, when it comes to relationship, it seems like the Two of Cups could either talk about a soulmate relationship that you felt broke, a heart broken you or hurt you, or it could be that you're just cutting someone out that could have been a potential soulmate for some of you. Because you got, and I want you to look up the energy of the number 2 because you got a lot of 2s in this. So that's the energy you're in is the number 2. You have the Empress below surface and you have the Empress at tight. This is talking about creation and expanding here. So it's something getting ready to expand in your life, but it's a need for you to balance something. And I feel like it's to balance yourself and balance your emotions and how you do things. Okay, they really need you to go within and look at the path ahead of you at this time, Aquarius. Again, you have the Five of Cups here above you, so it's some sense of losing something here, right? You're feeling like you have to lose something. You feel like you have to fight to get something, and you're gonna. And it's the Ten of Pentacles. So you have the Ten of Pentacles here of stability, legacy, generational wealth. They're building up your stability here. But it's some kind of sadness around it too, of feeling like some kind of grief or loss. Some of you might have to end a relationship or give up a relationship or something. But Spirit is calling you to balance this out though. Maybe your work life, maybe you're not, paying attention enough to your emotions and you're just trying to do something here. And it's causing you to be stressful. So keep that in mind for some of you, right? You have the Tower with the Judgment card here. So again, that could be talking about something getting ready to change or come to an end. And the Judgment is a call to action here, right? And this could be Spirit, God, Universe, calling in this destruction, bringing something to an end for something new to begin here. This is them showing up here again. You have the Melancholy card is what I call it. The Four of Cups is like the universe, God, Spirit offering you something, but you kind of looking at other things. You kind of not looking at it that way. You're probably pondering over it. You're being bored, or you're just looking at so many other things that could be causing you confusion here with the Seven of Cups. You're like focused on other things instead of the right thing, or focus on so many other emotions or feelings or other things instead of what you should be focused on, and put it to you that way here, Aquarius. You also have Temperance. You have Temperance here, I think, twice, I think, also. Yeah, you do. So, again, there's a big call for you to balance out something here and take action in a certain direction and to kind of go with the flow, right? It was like, what action and go with the flow? What? Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. But it's wanting you to balance her. Again, it's a big, you're in the energy of 2. 2s talks about balancing. And I really think they want you to balance out your emotions and how you're showing up and how you're doing things, right? And not feeling like you have to always prove something. You have to always overcome something. You have to always be prideful or arrogant in a certain direction. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you what the cards say, okay, Aquarius? They want you to kind of temper that energy and kind of go with the flow and believe what is meant for you is for you, because there is a time right now of creation. They want you to release any kind of frustration that you could be feeling, any kind of heartbreak you could be feeling, any kind of doubt or worries you could be feeling, because it says stress and negativity may be lowering your energy. Okay, so seek out moments of genuine happiness. So do things that make you feel good. You got the frustration here twice. It says frustration or impatience may be interfering with your progress. Trust in learning the process. So go with the flow of things, right? And you have the Knight of Wands in your outcome. So Knight of Wands is action oriented, is moving forward in a creative direction. But sometimes when they're the knights, they could kind of go real fast and they don't take their time to learn what it is that they need to learn, which again, when they told you, could cause some kind of pitfalls here. Because remember, you had the Knight of Wands again. You got the Knight of Wands here 3 times. Okay? And they're saying unrestrained emotions. So some of you could be really dealing with your emotions. Some of this could be dealing with relationships or emotions that you're just cutting people out of your life. You're just kind of just like whatever. being kind of aggressive, being kind of aloof. I heard the word aloof. Okay. Unrestrained emotions give way to destructive behaviors. Okay. Pride blinds you to potential pitfalls. So keep that in mind, Aquarius, as you move forward, and try, my cat, try to embrace going with the flow of things and trying to look for things that kind of make you feel good, and balance out your work life. So if there's something that you're working on, they want you to have a flow with that. They want you to kind of let it be in balance. It's nothing that you feel you need to overdo or overprove. They want you to go with the flow and trust in divine timing for what they are bringing into you. Okay, Aquarius, it does look like you're in a period of creation. So just kind of, if it is a new job, if it is a relationship, I'm not telling you not to feel what you feel, but kind of pivot that emotion and try to find something that makes you feel good so you can get your mind wrapped around going with the flow and balancing out your energies and your emotions, and do stuff that makes you feel good, okay, that makes you feel happy, and try not to have this winning at all cost mentality. Okay, like you push, 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 push. You don't have to do that. You have nothing to prove. Okay, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you, and bye for now.